Cycle. Hey, I like this cycle. So we are planning to assemble this cycle. So the first step is to take the front wheel, and the front wheel has two parts. So on either of these edges we have a couple of nuts and bolts which we need to remove. Okay, so the first step is to remove this one. Okay, remove this nut. And it got a flap like thing over there, so remove both these things so you can see, right? Okay, keep it aside, you might have to use them later. So if you turn it around, you will see a similar setup here, so you might have to. Yeah, now we had removed the wheel retainers. This is what I kept over here. As you can see, the wheel retainers and the bolts, the nuts we have removed here. Now we will fix the front wheel onto the fork. We have the fork here, so once you put this wheel in between the two edges of the fork, make sure this one comes out through this one. Can you flip it over? Yeah, as you can see, the wheel is now fixed between the two edges of this fork. Okay. Okay. Now you have to put on the wheel retainer first. Yes. Make sure this flap, see there is a flap over here. This should fix into the hole. We call it as a wheel retainer because it retains the wheel inside the fork. Now put the nut onto this one, and you can very well tighten it using just put it on your hand in case like you need to adjust something, you can do it later. Put the wheel retainer properly first onto that hole and then put onto the nut. Make sure the wheel retainer is inside that. So, yeah, all you need to do is later is to tighten them up, and which we can do it later. That's not a big issue. So now we have fixed the front wheel. The next step is putting on the handlebar onto the fork. So this they call it a stem. You can see, right? This is a stem, the handlebar, and here this is what they call as a stem. And if you carefully notice them, there will be like a marker over there. Not sure it is visible over here, but there is a marker. Let me show it closely to you. There is a ridge over here, you can feel it over the hand, but I don't think it shows up here, but there is a ridge over here which you can see it or feel it and find it out. What the ridge is for is like once you put this stem onto the fork, you should make sure the ridge is not visible, so it should be just within the fork. So make sure like the ridge doesn't show up once you put it inside the fork. So let's put this one inside, and for that you need to have a look at a couple of nuts and bolts over here. So there are a couple of them, and if you look at this one, right, so you will be holding on to the handlebar like this. So there is a nut over here. If you can see, there is a hexagonal nut over here. So if you need to remove this nut, and basically you need to just tighten it once you put the stem onto the fork. So this is the stem, and now you have to put the stem with the side, the brake facing the front. Okay. Now place this stem onto the fork. So make sure like it is aligned, and once it is aligned, just put it inside this fork And as I said, there is a marker here. Make sure, like, based on your child side, adjust it such that, but this should be at max inside. So I see a marker here, I can see it here, I can feel it over here. So this should be inside the fork. So I'm going to put this. My child is a bit short, so I'm going to put it way far down here. And all I need to do is, like, make sure the wheel is aligned. The alignment should be like straight over here, aligned, and all I need to do is just adjust this. Put it down to the desired height and then tighten the nut over. So there is a nut over. If you can see here, I'll turn it around for you to see. So there is a nut. There is an hexagonal bolt here. Sorry for saying it as nut. So this is a bolt here. You need to tighten this bolt and you are done with fixing the stem onto the fork. So I will just adjust it and fix it down. So make sure like it is straight. Otherwise, like, there will be a problem later. So make sure it is straight. And see, these are the front sides. So the wheel can the brakes can clasp onto the wheel. So make sure this is on the front. Put your fork inside. Put the stem inside the fork. And I'm just pulling down the marker down there. Okay, there you go. So all I'm left with is just tighten that bolt. Yes, I can use a plier to tighten it. See, so we are done. We're ready for the first step. Okay, the next step would be like fixing the seat. Okay, now we have put the handlebars onto this. Okay, fixed it. Now we have to make sure like everything is fine. So there is a technique for this. All you need to do is like as you can see now, when I turn the handlebar, the front wheel moves along with it. But in case the bolt has not been tightened firmly, right, what you will see is when you turn the handlebar and hold on to the wheel like this, you can see the handlebar alone moving without the front wheel. Then in that case, you need to tighten this bolt. Okay, that's the bolt I mentioned earlier, right? You need to tighten this bolt. Now as you can see, this is firmly tightened here. So if I move the handlebar, my wheel is holding on there, you see like the wheel also moves along with it. Okay, so you should make sure you tighten this bolt firmly enough that the wheel moves as you move this handlebar. Okay, so the next step would be like fixing the seat onto this side. So as you can see, there is a nut over here, so which you can remove it. So there is a bolt, there is a nut, and there is this ring light washer. Okay, this one, as you see, right, they put the washer so that it helps you tighten the nut onto the bolt. All I need to do is like put it back here. Okay, put it back here, and I'll turn it around for you. Okay, so I need to just make sure like everything is inside. Okay, so let's put it back there, and how to make sure like which one is the right edge. So there is some, see, one of the edges is flat and the other one is there is a curved edge over there. The curved edge should be on the outside. Okay, so let me put this seat like this, and I don't have to explain it. This is the front. Put it such that the mark, see, there is a marker here, right? This marker should not be visible. Okay, as you put it inside, because that's the one which will help to firmly have the seat onto the cycle. Okay, so now all I have to do is like align it and then tighten it. So it's already aligned, you can see from here. All I need to do is just tighten it up. So depending upon your kid's height, you can adjust it accordingly and then tighten it. So now I need to use a plier because I can't fix it with my hand. So make sure like you adjust the seat height accordingly. So all you're going to do is like tighten this out. So the next step is fixing the pedal, and here I have a tool. So you can see like there is a R which says it's the right one and L which says it's the left one. So I'll be removing this and putting it and fixing it on the pedal. Okay, so let's remove this one. So obviously this becomes the right one. So this being the front of the vehicle, this becomes the right pedal. Okay, so let me fix it over here. So this almost looks like a screw type, and once you put it on, you might have to tighten this over with a wrench. But for this video, I'll be like just putting it over here, and you can tighten it at your leisure. It's all done. So you might have to tighten this one, so just you can use a wrench, but for now I'm just using this plier to just show you how to tighten this one. So I'll be doing this one. Okay, so next is the left pedal. So here I have the L. So luckily like they have marked it using a sticker here, so you can use this to fix it on the left one. So as I said, like this is of the normal screw type, so you just have to put it around and screw it. Now we will fix the brakes. So here this is a front brake. Okay, so front brake and the back wheel brakes are almost the same. So what we need to do is so that will be like a wire coming out, brake wire that will be coming out, which will be like this. So what we need to do is take this wire, press it a bit, and if you press this handlebar a bit, it will open up. Now what you do is put this wire inside from here. Okay, I'll do it again. You do this way, put it inside and turn it around, like without much force. But now sometimes you have to tighten this so that. So for that what you can do is like there is one more nut available here. So this will help you to increase or decrease the length of this wire. Okay, all we need to do is like just take it out, pull it out, just loosen a bit and pull it out. Okay, doing this nut, it's going to be pretty simple. Okay, so just remove this nut, and you can see like it has a flat metal here which is kind of a washer, so it has a protruding edge here, so make sure like it is going to fit here. Okay, you don't have to remove it, you just have to remove the nut. So once you put it over here, all you need to do is like have this training wheels attached and make sure like it is at the right height. So I'm going to fix it at this height, and all I need to do is like put on this nut over here. Make sure it is at the right height. Okay, so remove this nut. You don't have to do anything with this. Just make sure like this fitting properly. Just take the right training wheel. You don't need to adjust anything. You just have to put it over here and the screws. Okay, and I'm going to put on the screws. Just wrap around. I think your kids will enjoy this one. Everything's done. A nice motorcycle. Hey, I like this cycle.